This is gonna be the third video for my, what was I even calling it? For my, how I became who I am, get to know my life, number 3, whatever. That's how much attention I pay to this stuff. I apologize. As I said before, I don't even watch my own videos. It's weird. If you watch your own videos, good for you, but I can't do it. You know, it's like I can hear my voice and I can see my face, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. But yeah, anyway, as you can see, I'm sitting on the floor today so I can sit next to this, my best friend here this winter. The heater. It actually keeps burning my back, but hey, whatever. It's better than, like, I don't know. Sometimes I sleep on my bed and my leg like comes off the bed and I burn myself on the heater all the time. But either that or my back is against that cement wall over there, and so like my back is frozen and my feet are burning, and it creates an interesting sleep sensation. Anyway, let's see. I can't remember even where I left off last time. Um, I think I left off in middle school, because it was so relevant. I don't know. But then high school, that's where it gets really juicy, right? Not for me. I didn't have a life in high school. I had like a um I didn't actually in high school I didn't have any actual friends that I hung out with that I knew from high school. Like I knew people outside of high school but not from in high school. I knew lots of people in high school that I found out later. And I thought at the time that I was like a kind of a loner, you know, and that like nobody really knew who I was type of person. But ever since high school, I've had people come up to me all the time. Like it's all the time. And my sister, whom apparently looks like me, she tells me all the time like, "Oh, so and so told me to tell you hi. They thought that I was you." And she's like, "Yeah, apparently you were not the person you thought you were because everybody knows you." Um, which is still weird to me because I don't know them. I think I just have one of those faces, and people think that they know me, and they come up and say hi, and but they don't. But that actually does happen. They're like, "Oh, you're so and so." I'm like, "Huh, that's not my name." Anyway, so high school. Yeah, in high school it was kind of the same as in middle school. I just had more of an attitude. I thought I was a lot more what's that word? Entitled. You know, like the world owed me something. And of course, in the high school mind, the world is not a scary place like it should be. Um, but that year was particularly, I don't know. I had a lot of anger that year too, of course. You know, that didn't really just go away. But that year, my mom left me there. She just left me with my grandma, and then she moved away to Provo. And she moved away for a year, I think. So, I don't know. You know, she went away to go to school, but you know, to a 15-year-old kid, that I don't know. It made me pretty mad. But you know, then because I didn't really come from a family where um, you know, we talked about things or anything to that effect. Feelings and emotions are kind of something that are joked about, not used. So to me, I didn't really know how to express anything or talk about anything. I just got angry. And that's the only way I really knew how to express emotion, was to be angry or to get mad, you know, to yell or throw things or, you know, storm out, whatever. Because that was the only thing that I had. That was the only emotion that I knew how to express, was being mad. Um, so that caused me a lot of issues, I think. You know, because I don't want to, I'm not blaming anybody, but I'm just saying, I was never taught that to um, be able to say what I was feeling. So I would get frustrated with whatever was going on inside of me, whether it was sadness or confusion or whatever. It all came out as anger. Um, so, you know, I brought that to school with me as well. I'd get mad at people. Eventually I got kicked out of school. In my junior year, I got suspended and then almost expelled, but I just decided, well, I'm just not going to deal with it, and I dropped out instead. I just never came back after my suspension, and because I knew there's a possibility that I could get expelled, because I started a fight with a teacher and a principal at the same time, and a student, um, which was so stupid, like what exactly did I think was going to be the outcome of that? Right? I don't know. And it was just over because I pretty much didn't want to do my own work and I wanted to talk to my friends instead. That was what the fight was about. And so basically, I wanted to cheat. And I started shit about it with the people who were the authoritative figures at that moment. Never a good idea. It just doesn't even make sense. But that was who I was at the time. I was really stupid. And I thought, I could take on the world, I thought I was going to go out there and just get a job and become somebody. I didn't even want to become somebody at that point, actually. I didn't even care who I was. I didn't care what I became. I didn't care where I was going. I was just like, whatever, I'm just going to go work in Maverick or whatever. And that'll be my life. And at 15, I was 15. I did not give a shit, like at all. Like, I had no goals in the world, and that was completely okay with me. I didn't even want to become somebody. That's what it was. Education was not an important thing in my family. I'm not blaming my family. I want to put that out there right now. I'm not blaming anybody. That's just the way that it is, or as it was. It kind of still is. Education was not important. I was never told to go to college. I was never told that I should graduate. It's like on either side of the family, it's just not something that we do. I want to change that now, of course. My daughter is absolutely graduating high school, or else I will kick her ass. And she's going to college. I don't know. I don't care what I have to do, but she's going to get there for damn sure. But I got time to worry about that. Thank goodness. But yeah, that's how I got through that part of my life, and I could have become a lot more, of course, if I that's not true. I want to take that back. I could not become more, but it would have been easier to get where I want to go now if I did go to college, if I started right then. But I've had to make it difficult for myself. But yeah. After that, I just kind of wandered for years after that. Years. I still wasn't trying. I didn't start trying until a couple of years ago. I think I was 21 when I actually decided, you know what, I'm going to make something of myself. So the 6 years between that, I didn't do much. But I think that we need to, not everybody, of course, has this issue in their life or, has seen it before, but so many people now, they don't even think about education. They don't think about college. They don't think about bettering themselves, until a lot of times it feels like it's too late, which of course it never is. It's never too late. I mean, you go into the college and you see looks like 80-year-old women in there, and they're not trying to become anything, of course, but they are trying to continue to put knowledge in their minds and stuff like that, which I think is important to continuously be learning something. Um, but it's really important to teach your children now at a very young age, start teaching them how important education is. And it's very important to push it on them. You don't want to be, you don't want to feel like you're forcing it, but you can't just let it slide and then just be like, well, maybe they'll do it, maybe they won't. It's important. It's very important for them. It's very important for you. I'm not saying you gotta get up and go to college, but you gotta do something to be bettering yourself all the time. Because you're either gonna just stay where you are forever, or you're gonna start to go backwards. And I don't know about you, but I wanna go so high that even if I slide down halfway, or not, if I just keep sliding, keep sliding, I know I'll never reach the bottom again because I want to be that high up there. That's important to me. And not only that, but I want to inspire people, and I want to bring people up with me. I want to show them the way. I want to carve that path. And, no matter how it is that I have to do that, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to do that. Because that, to me, is my way. Those are my footsteps. That's my path. And I've chosen it. I choose to stick with it, too. But whatever your path is, I hope that you choose it. I hope that you follow it. I hope that, whatever it is that you want to do, I just hope that you achieve it. And, sometimes we pick a path and then that path leads us to a fork and we choose another path. And that's okay. You don't have to stick to one. But you got to choose one and just start moving. Because if you just sit there on your ass, they kind of start to wither away. And soon you'll find that there's not very many places that you have to go anymore. And to me, that is a true tragedy. You can't take that away from you because you're literally wiping away the life that you could have had. And that's very, very sad. But I'm going to end this video now. Again, we didn't get very far, but the little pieces are important. And if I make a big long video, it won't upload, and no. I'm having upload problems. Anyway, so I hope that you guys listen to what I had to say. I hope that you feel it. If you like it, like it. If you have anything to say, comment, follow if you haven't. Let's see. Again, I'll say I've got a project going right now. If you want to hear more about it, please message me. And what we're looking for right now is scarves, hats, gloves, coats, blankets, things like that for the Pine Ridge Reservation in South Dakota. And this is going to be a really big deal. To them, it's a big deal. For you to let go of a coat that no longer fits, not so much of a big deal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't have to, but why not lighten your load and help somebody else? I don't know. That's just the way that I see it. But there's a lot of other things that you can do to help if you want to do that. But have a good night and think about it. Think about what I have to say. If you need to take some steps, I hope that you do so. And I'm gonna end it now.